Good afternoon. This is NaturalAmorForever coming back at you with another episode. It is December 31st, 2022. It is the last day of this year. And so we wanted to come and shout out to all of you and do this quick little video or whatever and throw out some positive vibes.
So before we get started into the video, we want y'all to go ahead, comment, notification, hit that like bell, whatever you want to do before
like
we get
bell.
the process. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like bell. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the bell.
Basically, we say comment. Let's go ahead and start commenting early because it's about to go in. We're gonna do something positive today. You know what I'm saying? We gotta end this year off positively right. We start the video off different than we usually do. It's been a long day.
Well, handsome king. What about hit that notification bell, baby?
You started it off like that too. Because she always says she ain't got the bell. She want to talk some smack. You know what I'm saying? I always hit my notification bell, baby. You know what I'm saying? I always hit mine. You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for it.
She started off. She was like, "You ain't say." She ain't say. You hit the notification. She ain't say none of that. She was all lax and laid back.
You know what?
Say none of that.
I'm lax and laid back. I'm doing great. I honestly am. I'm doing. My spirits are really high. I'm doing wonderful. I'm happy. So, you know.
But for those who don't know, we ain't got no title yet because this is one of those ending 2022 correctly.
Yes.
And as my grandmother would say, rest in peace, don't let nobody take the J off your joy. And she always smiled through the worst situations. So we're not going to do that. We're going to end this year positive regardless of whoever then came around with the negative however. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this positive.
Now this year, I'm not going to lie, you know, I'm always pretty much straightforward. This year has been a heck of a year. I'm not going to say it's been a total bad year. I mean, we've lost, you know, several people, and, you know, things like that. But a lot of those people have transitioned into beautiful places. Some, you know, hey, I mean, we can't, you know, dictate a person's walk. I've learned learned a lot of lessons this year, a lot, you know, and I had a lot of basically questions that I had in my head answered. So, you know, we'll get to that in just a second. But basically, I can't say it's been a bad year. It's just been I'm going to say a peculiar year.
I'm going to still say that they need to toss 2020 to 2023 to the wolves, the bad stuff. But the good things, we had a lot of beautiful people stand by us as we stood by them in some very traumatic situations, and we love y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? And like I never forget that. And y'all stood by us when we went through a horrible year, and all I can say is I forgive those, you know what I'm saying, that came with another bag of problems, of vultures. Maybe they were hurting too, you know what I'm saying? I can't say maybe they were hurting differently, but some can be more positive, you know what I'm saying, about hurting, but you can't judge anybody on how they react. But don't forget, you hurt people in bad situations, and you got to be mindful of others' feelings, because at the end of the day, all we do, or individually together, we about progressing, prosperity, doing good. We're not all up in other people's business, and if you need us, we're there. We're not those type of people. We grind hard to get where we were at. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have any handouts, and
and that's the thing. You never know what, you know, journey a person is on or whatever, and it's really none of your business. And I notice a lot of times this year, you know, people like to, you know, point and say, okay, they're this and they're that, and it's and one of the things I've come to realization is you don't know a person's situation. When a person is not being open with you or allowing you in their circle, you're left to assume. And I've learned this. That's okay. Let them go ahead and assume whatever. You know, we don't wish any bad on anyone, you know, for that matter, and things like that. We are basically, you know, we want the best for everyone.
Right.
And so that goes back to what I was saying before. You never know when you leave here, some of the baggage some people take with them. Yeah. You know, it's best, you know, to go ahead, and that's one of the things on my list. Forgive, you know, people.
Yeah.
For the things that they do, just forgive, you know, and that's basically for your salvation. But I'm gonna say this: you don't have to necessarily deal with them. You don't have to deal with them ever in life again.
This again,
right?
Like that man said, like, it's a difference between family and relatives.
Yes,
it's a very big difference. Family are those who have your back, and those are the ones that's not blood, that's genuinely there. We have our little scuffles and all that, but they're genuinely good people, and they're not here to cause negative problem. Relatives are those that's here just drama, gossip, and just all, man. I don't have time for that. I know you don't have time for that.
I don't that nonsense. I'm
not a miserable person or any of that stuff. I want the best for a lot of people, even though people that don't even give that ultimate support back, I will get mine. You just know that we all got somebody to answer to, regardless of whatever you believe in. I forgive everything that was tossed my way through the whole process of being, you know what I'm saying, going through a terrible year with a lot of deaths and a lot of people, things like that, and one's too mad to really catch an understanding or understanding what's going on, because like I said, everybody hurt different, I guess. But I don't believe in hurting myself and causing other people pain while I'm hurting. It's
but
a
it
difference.
Also, you know what I've also learned this year, it depends on the maturity level.
Yeah.
I what I did learn is that if you are just, and forgive me if this is coming off a little hard. No, if you are, what I did learn, idiots raise idiots, okay, and the cycle continues to go on, and that's the best way I can say it, or whatever. There is no nicer way for me to say that. However you were brought up, the cycle continues. Okay, if you were raised by an idiot 9 times out of 10,
you will be.
You will become an idiot because you don't know any better.
You can't be easily manipulated.
Right. So, you know
what I'm saying, one can't be easily manipulated. When there's usually a problem, there's always one at the head of it. Like they say, cut off the head of the snake. There's always one person. Sometimes more, but just that one person that started off the drama. Right. But that ain't what we about. The whole point of Natural Amor Forever is that, man, we love naturally forever with love, regardless if we don't agree on everything. The whole point of this, man, people get to the point when they're not in your life, in your personal life, they will make assumptions of who you are, what you are, lie on you, put things on you, but at the end of the day, you don't know how miserable or how one is probably not happy with their own situation, so they want to crap on others' lifestyle, and everybody act and try to just take the credit off of all the hard work you've done to say people do cruel things to get some funds when you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're not them type of people, never been them type of people. Me and her been grinding to the point when we first met each other, we've been grinding. So at the end of the day,
you know, and that's the thing, and we're going to continue to grind, and we are living our best life. So, and it's going to get more better and more better.
We're living our best life before we even moved to Florida, before we left Michigan, before we left.
So we're happy people, and that's the thing, and we you know, send out, you know, the best of vibes for the ones that are negative, you know, towards not just towards us, just towards anyone. You're throwing out negativity. You need to really, my advice is take a look at yourself. If you are stuck in a situation and your living situation is not good, or you're stuck at a job and you can't get a break and things like that, you're grinding and working yourself basically to death or whatever. I mean, all of those are factors that come about.
Don't throw rocks at a house when you don't have one.
Right. Oh yeah.
Or when you're trying to still get yours stable. Like yours is not stable, but you're throwing
rocks and stuff, and your stuff is all over the place.
the world of people, even us, people got to learn to stay in a place respectfully.
Yes, they do.
People take things
really
the wrong
do.
way. Stay in your place.
Stay in your lane.
And know the things that you can speak on and know the things that you shouldn't.
Right.
Sometimes you can overstep your boundaries.
Right.
You can't let other people ruin relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because they're angry. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not part of that. I separated myself from a lot of negative things to be a positive person. I made it out. People love when you're down. They hate when you're up. They act like they love that you got on your feet, but they don't have any more gossip. They don't have anything to talk about.
But you know the funny thing is with that, people are going to talk about you for the rest of your life. They're going to even talk about you when you have transitioned.
Yes.
They're going to talk. They're going to always have something to say. You cannot let that get to you. You know your walk. You know who you are as a person. I know who I am as a woman. He knows who he is as a man. You know, we know who we are. And once you know who you are as an individual, it doesn't matter. Whatever stone is thrown at you is basically going to bounce right back. Also, remember this. When you are, you know, throwing stones and you continue to go for the rest of your life throwing stones and you make your transition, that transition, what I've learned, is not going to be a pleasant transition. It's not going to be, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. I also want to say this. You can sit there, basically, read your Bibles. You can go to church back to back 3-4 times out the week. You can sit there. You can have your crosses and all of your stuff in your home.
Whatever spirituality that you have.
All of your stuff in your home and everything. Whatever it may be. At the end of the day, that is not going to make your transition any better, because it still does not speak what's on your heart. You know what I'm saying? It could be in your you could have a monkey on your back, you could have a hole in your heart. What matters is what's genuinely in your heart. Are you a good person?
I want to say genuinely, at the end of the day, me and my queen protected regardless. Strike, you know, strike me down now. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lying, you do nothing but want good for people. You continue to want good for them, but when does it end? When do I get to not care? You know what I'm saying? That's the big problem about me, that people crap all over you. And you know what I'm saying? When you only want the best for them. But at the end of the day, nobody wants to take credit. I take credit for everything that I have said, even when I am angry or when I'm not angry, as though that a lot of people should. But at the end of the day, again, I don't care how you feel about me, because it's all assumption. You're not in my personal business. I don't tell my personal business. So all you're making up is assumption about me or my wife or anybody else. I don't tell certain people anything, because they'll take it and try to put something negative and ruin your oasis that you have made for yourself, because they're not happy. I'm not doing that, and I won't do that. I'm gonna continue in this year off. We probably, after our anniversary party, it's a lot of people that we probably permanently won't ever see again, because that was. I'm gonna keep it positive.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it positive.
Oh, it is. You know what the thing is? It is people that we will never ever have in our circle again.
Ever.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm
okay with that. It's especially when it's not. You're not beneficial.
I'm not. Look, I don't owe nobody nothing in my life transition. This is my experience in this world. Y'all better, like I said, go watch Discovery Channel. Having them animals don't even get to see their parents ever again, or family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They go out, go in the sea, or they fly away out of the nest and they probably never see them again. They go out and live their life.
Right.
I don't owe anybody anything other than the respect that you show me. You give me love, I give you love, but I'm not fake. Everything you see on this video, how we are, this is how we are. We fight, we argue, we happy, we love, we progress, prosperity at the end of the day. But soon as somebody leave this world, this is for a lot of people. People start being who they really are. Mean, negative, vultures, greedy, things like that. But at the end of the day, who cares about all that negative stuff?
But you know what,
man?
the people that we're talking about, have you noticed that nothing changes for them?
Nothing changes for them.
They're just stagnated. Nothing changes for them. They're not, obtaining new things.
The same thing.
The same thing. They're unable to, accomplish certain goals
But what's horrible is when
like,
everybody says the same thing about you. When it's a conglomerate of people that says the same, you're negative. I don't want you around me.
Right. So,
I don't.
But they don't prosper. Even when, just prospering in life itself, even with materialistic things, they don't prosper. Nothing, everything stays stagnant. And the reason being is because they're so negative and too busy hating on others. I don't know when you want me to. I'm going to read
say
these
this last
7
thing.
rules.
Like my wife said earlier, I don't care what you believe in. Whatever your spirituality is, whatever your religion is, whatever how you meditate, whatever the case may be, you can do all that stuff and still be a crappy person.
Yeah.
Still be a mean, vindictive person, a person that just keeps up problems. So at the end of the day, practice what you preaching. That goes a long way. But we're going to keep it positive, man. I want to send love to everybody, and my wife going to go ahead and drop these 7 rules.
I have this shirt on. I don't know if y'all can see it too. Yeah, you can see it, I guess. But what I did was I took a picture of my shirt or whatever, and I wanted to just read these 7 rules of life. 1, make peace with your past so it does not affect your present. That is so important. You got to make peace with whatever you had going on in your past so it does not affect your present, your future. So you can go into positiveness, Want to read that?
Let's say, what others think of you is none of your business.
Elaborate.
It's none of your business. It doesn't, what you think about me don't even matter. I wake up to one woman, one queen, and my puppies, my household. It don't matter what you think about me because it doesn't stop my positivity, my prosperity in life. Who cares?
Right. So it's none of our business.
None of our damn business. Don't care.
Time heals almost everything. Give it time. Yes, time does heal. Almost. That's the key word. Almost everything. Time does heal almost everything. So keep that in your mind. Almost.
Soul,
not
mind.
saying that it heals everything,
yeah,
but almost everything. We're going to take a 2-minute intermission right now, and we'll be right back. Hi, we're back.
All right, go ahead.
And we were going on with the 7 rules of life. Okay, so number 4.
Number 4. Don't compare your life to others and don't judge them. You have no idea of what their journey is all about.
Right. You
don't know what the hell I've been through. You don't know what she done been through. We got our own, like, people, you only know what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people want to make judgment on your path and how you walking, and it ain't right.
All right. Basically, stay in your lane, like we said before.
Stay in your lane.
Number 5. It's all right not to know all the answers. They will come to you when you least expect it.
Every time.
You can't know everything. Sometimes it's not meant for you to know everything at that given time. When you need the answer, it will come. Just be patient.
As much as we want to. Sometimes we really want them answers to come. Like, please let them answers come.
6.
Number 6. You are in charge of your happiness. You are. Whatever hell you are living, it's a hell. I'm using the hell as a term, just a word of endearment. But a word just saying is, your hell in heaven is here. This is the best way to get everybody to understand it. Your hell in heaven is already here. Your life is depicted on how you want your life to be. Your words of what you want have to compare to your actions. If you don't put actions to your words and just talking, it's just talk. You got to put actions along with what you talk and want, and whatever faith you are in, you got to go ahead and process that way. Your happiness is important.
And number 7, last but not least, smile. You don't own all the problems in the world.
At all.
You don't own all the problems in the world. Quit putting everyone else's problems on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be much happier, again, if you just stay in your lane and worry about yourself.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to enter the 7 rules of life. Great shirt. Awesome method of life. So I said, like, man, we want to end this year all positive regardless of how negative a lot of things have been through the entire year. But we can't disregard all the positive things that has happened. And I'm thankful. And, you know, I mean, I hurt. But at the end of the day, when it's time for me to leave here, man, I just want to be cremated, spread it out in the ocean with my dad and them and the whole rest of the family, my grandma, everybody. Just spread it out. No big ceremonies, nothing. I just want people to just send your love from far distance. I don't need all that because at the end of the day, funerals are for the living, not for the dead. And what the whole point of bringing that up is just I want to live my whole life in much as peace as I can. And when it's time for me to transition, let me transition the way that I want to respect my wishes. You know what I'm saying? I want to live my life the way I want to live my life. I don't need nobody manipulating, trying to control. I'm going to do what is the best for Carlos. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always protect my wife because this is my immediate family because I have my own household. People have to understand that when you grow up and move on, you create another immediate family that overcomes the immediate family that you have. You know, people that's closer in the family that stick together. This is my immediate family because we live in the same house. We're with each other every day.
Right.
So at the end of the day, my thing is this is my happiness, and anybody that wants to be a part of this happiness, I'm fine. But if you are negative and I see that you're trying to be a part of the problem, I will get rid of you. You
have to.
I gotta cut you off.
You have to.
Even elders say get rid of those that don't want good for you. You know what I'm saying? As much as you want good for other people and they don't want good for themselves and they continue to keep living in limbo and keep doing the same thing, they made their own hell. Don't become part of their hell.
Man, my thing is, you made me think of something, how you were talking about how you would want everything to be when you go out. When I check out, this is what I want. I don't want a funeral. I want a memorial. I want all of my pictures and stuff all plastered everywhere. I want wine that is already prepaid for. So you won't have to worry about that. Lots of wine, and the wine, you have to drink the wine out of wine glasses. They have to be glasses with stems, please.
Yes. And
stuff. So it's a thing or whatever. But I'll have cases of wine there. I want you to party, live it up, drink, plenty of food, and I want you to celebrate my life. That's what I want. And if I did not mess with you while I was here, there is no need for you to show up because you're not invited. So don't show up.
I don't want to make you feel obligated because we're family. Right. Ease your heart. If something happened to me and we ain't dealing with each other while I'm alive and it's constant, you do not have to come see me once I transition. You do not even have to show your respects. I'm a different type of breed of person. I would do, depending on who you are, but at the end of the day, you don't. So it put ease to your heart. Right. You don't have to care about that. Let me transition and move on. I'm in a beautiful, positive place. And I'm going to continue to be that way. I'm protected. Right. We're protected. So I don't worry about a lot of, ignorance.
Right. So, and, yeah, that's a good place to be in.
Man, complete bliss.
Complete bliss. So, we are going on. We got about 13 more minutes.
13 minutes and 39 seconds.
We you know what? We're gonna talk about some of the positive stuff we got coming up. Our second year and annual Kaigler camping trip is coming up, and we had the new puppies to take with us this year. So we'll be doing that in a few weeks ahead. We go video record that so y'all can have a good laugh and everything. It's just gonna be beautiful. You know, we looking forward to it. We keep telling the puppies in regards to everything or whatever that they're going on this camping. They don't know what we talking about.
Baka know.
Baka know, and Baka already got that look like. Here we go.
Them?
Yeah, with them. Here we go again, because you know he was acting stank
The little
on the last
cookies and cream.
Yeah, they look like little Oreos, but and they are believe it or not, they're as big as Chewbacca now, but they're not as wide as he is. So you know,
man, so we've been making power moves for the last 4 or 5 something years, like just different type of positive steps, man, and I love that. And we're gonna continue to keep doing that.
We're gonna continue. We got quite a few travels this year and stuff. And speaking of travels, I just want to throw this out there or whatever, because I know there was something that was said in regards to when we, you know, leave town and we go certain places and everything. I need to let you know this, that whoever or whatever, we are not obligated to tell you our next move. If we decide that we want to come to town or, you know, go a certain place or whatever, last I checked, we were both adults.
Grown.
We're grown. We're good and grown. And I'm very good and grown. And I am not at any obligation to let whoever know that I am in town. Every move I make, it's none of your business. So I'm putting that out there because it made me think about when I'm talking about our travels and stuff like that. It's none of your business.
It's nice to have people allegedly care.
Right.
But you gotta understand, when you come to town, it's a lot of people that want to see a person. Right. And you gotta splice the time and have, okay, I came to town and I saw them. The next time when I come to town, I'm gonna see all of them.
Right.
People make things bigger than what it has to be. I didn't know that I had to report to somebody. At the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man, and I move in silence. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell everybody my business, because you see why? Drama. You let people I'm gonna say this again, because I say it every video. Find out who you want to take a risk to trust with certain things. Right. Your greatest enemy is yourself, because only you can tear you down, but you have an alternate enemy, which is the person that you trust beside you. Your greatest enemy, my wife would almost can be a potential enemy if she wanted to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? If we fell out really badly, she could do some horrible things, or like when y'all vent, y'all probably keep little secrets or whatever the case may be.
Our pillow talk.
Yeah, your pillow talk. You can have your greatest enemy is those that you love that's close to you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Other than yourself. There can be a potential one. So what I'm saying is, you gotta trust somebody though. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how it is, and try to be loyal to the end. Loyal to the end. And we got each other back regardless of who all try to. Ain't nothing coming between me and my wife but me and my wife.
Correct.
Nothing has the power to do that.
And so, like I said, you know, with our next moves or whatever, we're very private people. We'll share when we choose to, but we're not in any obligation. So stop worrying yourselves in regards to that. And you all know who I'm talking to. So, you know, worry about your own stuff. Another positive note, like I said, with the travels, we'll be doing a lot of traveling this new year coming up or whatever. We'll be back on our game or whatever as far as the traveling goes. Seeing a couple different countries and things like that.
It's needed. This is something that, like I said, we've been doing this ever since my wife came in my life. She changed my life with that, man. You know, that's in my granny T embedded that traveling in my blood. Like, I'm talking about traveling the countries. My grandmother been all over the world, and I want to continue that on, because that's how she was. You know what I'm saying? My family, you know, that's what they do.
I don't know if you all remember, back in 2020, we had said in 2019 that the last time we were out of the country was in 2019. And we had planned to go ahead and travel the United States in 2020. But the pandemic happened, and that put a halt on things. So now, you know, things are getting back, you know, to somewhat normalcy, if you want to say. And we're able to do that now.
I want to clarify one thing. When it comes to traveling, I've never been the type of person where I would have a bunch of people, family, friend, or whatever, just 20, 30 people running all over my crib, and I never been into that. I said if I got a house, I would have, you know what I'm saying, one day get a big giant party, you know, nobody would be in my main house. It's like my haven is what it is, because like I said, everybody has energy on them. Everybody has low spirits on them and things like that. They care. That good stuff goes in your house when you invite them in. When you ask somebody, yeah, come on in your house, whatever they have on them, if they don't even know that it's something on them that may be negative, it comes in your house and it leaves off like a lingering.
Yes.
It stays.
It's a stench.
It's a stench that's just and you got to be careful of everybody. Not saying everybody come in your house with something on them is bad people. It's just I don't want every and all up in my personal space. I'm an introvert. I don't like all that. You know what I'm saying? I come to you, we can meet up at a party, or we can have an event somewhere. I pick and choose who I would like to come in my personal haven, because sometimes when you invite people in your home and then they go back and try to stab you in the back, they done been in your personal space now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm very careful on having people know where I live.
The thing about it is, like with our home, we have a select few. I think I said this before. We have a select few that are invited to come down here to be at our home,
and also they can make the time that we actually talk. We call each other. It's progress in between that. I'm not gonna invite nobody down to a brother's house or our house or whatever if we ain't even talking on the phone.
Correct.
We're not even talking on the phone.
Right.
So at the end of the day, why?
So, but the new year, when the new year comes in, you know, we're not gonna go into names of people or whatever. We have some people coming down, you know, to see us and enjoy, you know, our company. We're gonna enjoy their company. I'm excited about it or whatever. We just got a lot. It's a good, positive year that's coming in. Things have been really, you know, a positive. You know, we've had our ups and downs, but we're good. You know,
man, we stronger than a lot. It's a strong process, and only strong survive. At the end of the day, we survived a lot of bad, horrible situations and battles, but we won the war as far as dealing with a lot of negative ignorance. But I let it go and I forgive, and I'm gonna let it go. I forgive and let go. I don't want you around me. At the end of the day, you ain't gotta like me. You can even talk about me. Look, I'm happy that the negative still thinks I'm that important enough to take your time to gossip about stuff that you have no knowledge of.
I feel like a celebrity.
I do too.
I do.
All those bad names.
Like the paparazzi following us around and stuff. I like it.
Line on what's that show? I don't want to say TM, but y'all know the rest of the word, the initials. I don't want to say it. But, you know, they get on there and they just exploit sometimes. Sometimes it needed to happen. Not here, sir.
But to know that, I had to sit here and really think, to know that I'm that important, you know, or that he's that important that you have nothing else better to do.
The pandemic and all these horrible, horrific deaths of transitional people that we cared about or loved or whatever, man, made me see how a lot of people of the living really felt about us. You know what I'm saying? After you conglomerate and party with us and things like that, for people just to be so mean when we're going through a horrible situation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's really caring, because, you know, it's just, we have our awesome people, you know what I'm saying? And I love the people that was there that held us up through a horrible situation, and like the people that didn't, man, I forgive you. Rather you care about our forgiveness, the way I'm gonna say it again. I don't want to have no burden on my heart with letting things but bad people burden us as far as just verbally. I let it go, and whatever's whoever you got to answer to is on you. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm gonna continue to do me.
We're gonna continue to do us. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. We want to say happy New Year, New Year's Eve to you all. We're sending positive vibes to you all. We love you. We hope we spit some knowledge to you or whatever. We know we didn't do a lot of recording this year or whatever. Things have been kind of crazy. We're gonna get back up on our game though. But we love you. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment. We love to hear your feedback. Make sure you hit that
notification bell, baby. Watch yourself.
yes, and hit that subscribe button. Okay, and go ahead, share the video too. You know, share them so we can get some more subscribers. We love you, and we are out.
Peace and love. Ashe, namaste. This is Natural Amor forever.